Hello students, welcome to lecture 8 on the chapter Current Electricity. In lecture 7, we had discussed about combination of resistors. In this lecture, I am going to discuss on cell, EMF, terminal potential difference and internal resistance. After this, we will be discussing on main current in a simple electric circuit. And following this, we also discuss about combination of cells. Okay, now let me discuss all these points one by one. Cell. An electric cell is also called as electrical power supply. Okay, it converts chemical energy into electrical energy, allowing a current to flow from positive terminal to the negative terminal through external circuit. Okay, this cell will maintain an current in an external circuit. Okay, now let me define cell. An electrolytic cell is a simple device to maintain a steady current in an electrical circuit. It is a simple device which maintains a steady current in an electrical circuit. Okay, now look at this figure. We have a solution and that solution is called electrolytic solution, or it is called as electrolyte. Two electrodes are immersed in this electrolyte and there will be chemical reaction, and due to that chemical reaction, the chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. And out of these two electrodes, one will act as positive electrode and other will act as negative electrode. Okay, this is the arrangement for cell. This cell is connected to an external resistance R. Then current starts flowing in an external circuit from positive terminal of cell to negative terminal of cell. Cell is a source of EMF, and in the diagram we cannot draw this diagram, or we cannot show cell by this diagram. Instead of this, we have another symbol and we'll be using that diagram. Okay, this is symbolical representation of cell, and here longer line represents positive of cell and shorter line represents negative of cell. Now let us move to next slide. EMF. EMF of a cell is work done in transferring unit charge from negative to positive terminal of cell within the cell. EMF is work done in moving a unit positive charge from negative terminal of the battery to positive terminal of the battery inside the cell is called EMF. Okay, now let me define EMF. The potential difference between positive terminal and negative terminal of a cell in an open circuit. That is, when no current is drawn from the cell. Okay, what is open circuit? An electrical circuit in which there is no flow of current is called open circuit. Okay, when it is open circuit, the potential difference across the terminals of the cell is called electromotive force, or it is simply called as EMF. Now let me give the expression for EMF. Potential of positive electrode is V plus. Potential of negative electrode is minus V minus. Potential difference between positive and negative electrodes of a cell is equal to V plus minus of minus V minus, that is equal to V plus plus V minus, that is equal to E, and this E is called EMF of the cell. Its SI unit is volt. See, EMF of the cell is equal to V plus plus V minus. Terminal potential difference. Terminal potential difference. The potential difference between positive and negative terminals of a cell in an closed circuit. That is, when current is drawn from a cell. Okay, first let us understand what is closed circuit. A circuit in which current flows is called closed circuit. Okay, when a current is flowing through the external circuit, then the potential difference across the terminals of the cell is called terminal potential difference. Okay, here it is shown by cell. Two electrodes are connected to external resistance and current starts flowing through the circuit. And potential difference between terminals of the battery when current is flowing in an external circuit is called terminal potential difference. Its unit is volt. It is expressed as V equal to E minus I into R, where E is EMF of a cell, R is internal resistance, I is current flowing through the circuit. There are two cases here. First case, V is less than E when current is drawn from a cell. V is less than E. Why it is so? Because when current flows through battery, some voltage drop takes place across internal resistance of the battery, hence V is less than E. Terminal potential is less than EMF of a cell. Second case, V is greater than E. Okay, this is during charging of a cell. If in this case, current flows from positive to negative terminal inside the battery, the EMF of the battery and potential difference across the internal resistance actually add up. Hence, terminal potential difference is greater than EMF of a cell. Now let us move to next slide. Internal resistance. Already we know the definition of resistance. The definition of resistance is the opposition for the flow of current is called resistance. Internal. Okay, there is opposition for the flow of current inside the cell. Hence it is called as internal resistance. Internal resistance of a cell is the resistance offered by electrolyte of the cell to the flow of current through it. It is the resistance offered by electrolyte to the current flowing through it is called internal resistance. Its unit is ohm. Now let us see on what factors internal resistance depends on, or what all factors will affect internal resistance. First one, nature of electrolyte. Nature of electrolyte. Okay, if the conductivity of electrolyte is high or greater, then the internal resistance will be lesser. Greater the conductivity of electrolyte, lesser is the internal resistance. So, by this we can conclude that internal resistance depends on nature of electrolyte. Second one, nature of electrodes. Internal resistance also depends on nature of electrodes. Temperature of electrolyte. Okay, when the temperature of electrolyte is increased, there is increase in thermally generated electrons, and due to this we get more number of electrons, hence conductivity will increase. Therefore, by this we can say that internal resistance is inversely proportional to temperature of the electrolyte. Fourth one, distance between electrodes. Internal resistance is directly proportional to distance between electrodes. Okay, when the distance between electrode is larger, then there will be more collisions between the ions and the electrons. Hence, there is internal resistance, or internal resistance increases. Hence, by this we can conclude that internal resistance is directly proportional to separation between the electrodes. And last one, area of the electrodes. Internal resistance is inversely proportional to the area of the electrodes. Now, let us move to next slide. Expression for main current in a simple electric circuit. Okay, now in this, we are going to derive an expression for main current in a simple electric circuit. Consider a cell, and this cell is connected to an external resistance R, and I is the current flowing through the circuit, and small r is internal resistance. Consider a simple circuit in which resistance R is connected to a cell of EMF E and internal resistance R. If V is the potential difference across positive and negative terminals of the cell, then this potential difference is given by V equal to potential difference between P and A plus potential difference between A and B plus potential difference between B and N. The potential difference between P and A is V plus potential difference between A and B is I into R. Potential difference between B and N is minus V minus. Okay, putting all these values, we get potential difference across terminals of the battery, that is V plus minus I into R plus V minus. Why minus I into R? Because current is flowing from negative electrode to positive electrode inside the cell. Hence, potential drop is taken as negative. Since EMF of the cell is equal to V plus V minus, putting this value in the above equation, we get V is equal to E minus I into R. Okay, let this equation be 1. Since V is the potential difference across R, then by Ohm's law, V equal to I into R. Okay, I will name this equation as 2. From equation 1 and 2, we can write I into R is equal to E minus I into small r. Taking this quantity to other side, on left hand side, we get I into R plus I into small r is equal to E. On left hand side, I is common, hence I can write above equation as I into R plus small r is equal to E. And finally, I express this equation in terms of current, that is I is equal to E divided by R plus small r. Okay, this is the expression for main current in a simple electric circuit. Now, from equation 2 and 3, I write V equal to E into R divided by R plus small r. That means even I can express the terminal potential difference in terms of E into R divided by R plus small r. Okay, this is the expression for terminal potential difference across the battery, and this is the expression for current flowing through the circuit in a simple electrical circuit. Generally, terminal potential difference of a cell is less than EMF of a cell, but V is equal to E in the following two cases. Okay, now let us briefly discuss those two cases. First one, for an ideal cell, internal resistance is equal to 0. From equation, V equal to E into R divided by capital R plus small r. Using this equation, putting the value of small r, we get V equal to E. Okay, this is the first case. When potential difference is equal to EMF of the cell, when internal resistance of a cell is equal to 0. Now second case, for open circuit, external resistance is equal to infinity. That means there is no flow of current in an external circuit. When current will not flow? When external resistance is equal to infinity. Okay, now V is equal to E into R divided by R plus small r, that is equal to E divided by 1 plus small r divided by capital R. Putting the value of R in the equation, we can write it as E divided by 1 plus R divided by infinity, that is equal to E. That is equal to E. Okay, by this we have shown that V is equal to E. In this case also, terminal potential difference is equal to EMF of a cell. Combination of cells. Okay, if you consider a cell, the EMF of the cell will be very small. It might be 1.45 volt, 1.6 volt, and this EMF will not be sufficient for certain machine to work. For example, if you take a mobile, the mobile works at 3 volt, and if you take a laptop, it works at 3 volt. If the cell doesn't have that much of EMF, then it will not provide sufficient current for the machines. Hence, to increase the value of potential difference or to increase the value of EMF and a current, we need to combine cells. We need to combine cells, and the cells are combined in two ways. One is cells in series combination, second one cells in parallel combination. Okay, now let us discuss these combinations one by one. Cells in series combination or cells in series. Here we are going to derive the expression for equivalent EMF and equivalent internal resistance. Consider two cells which are connected in series such that negative terminal of one cell is connected to positive terminal of another cell as shown in the figure. Okay, here negative of first cell is connected with positive of another cell. Hence, this combination is called series combination, and this combination is producing a current I. And this combination is replaced by a single cell which produces same amount of current of EMF, E equivalent, and internal resistance R equivalent. Okay, see, this single cell is doing same work as that of combination of cells are doing. Okay, this single cell is producing a current I, even this combination of cell is also producing current I. Hence, this cell is equivalent to combination of these two cells. Now let us derive the expression for equivalent EMF and equivalent internal resistance. Let E1 and E2 be EMF of two cells. R1 and R2 are the internal resistance of two cells. I is current flowing through the series combination. E equivalent is equivalent EMF of series combination. R equivalent is equivalent internal resistance of the series combination. VA, VB and VC be the potentials at A, B, C respectively. Potential difference between the terminals of cells. For first cell, potential difference between terminals of first cell is given by VAB is equal to VA minus VB, that is equal to E1 minus I into R1. For second cell, VBC is equal to VB minus VC, that is equal to E2 minus I into R2. Okay, these two equations we got it from V equal to E minus I into R. Now, potential difference across the combination of the cells is given by VAC equal to VA minus VC, that is equal to VA minus VB plus VB minus VC. Already we have got, or we have written the expression for VA minus VB and VB minus VC. This is equal to E1 minus I into R1 plus E2 minus I into R2. Rearranging the terms, we get VAC is equal to E1 plus E2 minus I into R1 plus R2. Let this equation be 1. If the combination of the cells is replaced by a single cell of EMF E equivalent and internal resistance R equivalent, then the potential difference between A and C is VAC is equal to VA minus VC, that is equal to E equivalent minus I into R equivalent. That means the combination of cells are replaced by a single cell of EMF E equivalent and internal resistance R equivalent, then potential difference between the same points is given by VAC is equal to E equivalent minus I into R equivalent. Now, comparing equation 1 and 2, we get, see, in place of VAC, there is VAC. In place of E equivalent, we have E1 plus E2. Hence, equivalent EMF is equal to E1 plus E2. That is, equivalent EMF is equal to sum of E1 plus E2. And in place of I, there is I. And in place of R equivalent, there is R1 plus R2. Hence, we get expression for equivalent resistance, that is R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2. Okay, these are the expression for equivalent EMF and equivalent internal resistance of a two cells connected in series combination. By this, we can conclude that equivalent EMF is equal to sum of EMF of individual cells, and equivalent internal resistance is equal to sum of internal resistance of individual cells. Okay, by connecting cells in series, we can increase EMF of a cell, and there is increase in internal resistance also. Note, for n different cells in series, it is shown by this diagram, all cells are different, of different EMF, then equivalent EMF is given by E equivalent is equal to E1 plus E2 plus and so on up to En, and internal resistance R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2 plus and up to Rn. For n identical cells in series, here the EMF of all the cells are same, that is equal to E, and internal resistance is equal to R. Then equivalent EMF is equal to n times EMF of each cell, and equivalent internal resistance is equal to n times internal resistance of each cell. Okay, these are the important points related with cells connected in series combination. Okay, this point is very important one. When negative terminals are connected together or positive terminals are connected together, here this diagram shows that negative terminals of both the cells are connected with each other, and this will show that positive terminals of both the cells are connected with each other. when they are connected like this, equivalent EMF is equal to E1 minus E2. Okay, in this case, E1 is greater than E2, and internal resistance is equal to sum of internal resistance of each cell, that is R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2. Okay, these are the few important points to be remembered. Thank you.